They are amazing. Now, normally these are, well, penny shy of £4 each, just for the transfers.
Oh, wow.
So you've got 6 transfers there, which are usually 6 packs of transfers. That's 240 elements. I mean, the pence per element must be tiny.
Well, this is it. Works out at 12 pence per element.
Wow.
12 pence per element, and then the foils are a bonus. Now, the foils that come to you, these are beautiful. Let's show you around some of these. These
and
are
it's
gorgeous.
not a choice. You're going to get them all. So you have got your silver, your gold, you've got rose gold in there, you've got fuchsia pink, you've got electric blue, and then you've got the colour of the year, the colour of 2018, the purple.
I feel like that.
Well.
Is it Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah, aren't they great? But the crafting version of it, aren't they lovely?
Let's have a look at that one.
2 metres of each of those.
Have we got one that's open?
We have.
Oh, let's have a look.
This was the one Charlie and I were
playing with.
Look
at the meterage on this. Oh,
and,
this
and
is
actually,
nice.
this one is about 6 inches short because I nicked a bit for one of the demos. But look.
Oh my goodness!
So you're guessing.
See you later.
It's huge. Still going.
There we go.
Huge
and
amount.
some of that has been used.
And some of that has been used because I nicked a bit for my last demo. So I'm going to very kindly give that.
Now you're getting 6 of those in total. 952098 is your item number. I do need to tell you though, 60% of the stock has gone. We were incredibly busy. Fiona was here yesterday. She was here with Charlie first thing this morning as well. It's a brilliant saving £10.90, and you can spread the cost over 2 payments. To think that you can get hold of all of those elements, just £14.50 being your first payment, and the second payment will go out in a month's time. Brilliant. It's no wonder that we're busy already for this. Something else that we're busy for, and you have been jumping onto the website to check it out, we have another happy hour deal. It is what it says on the label there. You can see 53 minutes and 46 seconds left for you to take advantage of this. We will be having a closer look at it a little bit later on, but you have got 5 different elements in here. Glues for every situation. 263743, £12.96. You are saving £3 on this, and you can go for multiples of these as well, but only for the hour. So you're going to get your tape runner, your 3-dimensional glue, your tacky glue, and your collal glue there as well. And Fiona will tell you all about those in the next few minutes.
Do you know, that's a great way of getting them as well. It's the perfect taster way of getting them. If you're not sure why you needed different glues, that is the set to go for, because we will show you how you use them. Then you can have a play at home. And it's so rare that we put together that little, almost like a taster collection, but with full-size product. Right, okay. So this is one of those tiny, tiny little mandala borders. And
so delicate.
Really delicate. So what you do is you peel away the thin bit of cut and discard that. You don't need that anymore. Now I've got some ribbon down here, some black ribbon. So what you would do, it will go onto ribbon as well. No. So let me pop that down. Oh, don't you jump around on me.
You tell
Thank you. Right, in each pack you get one of these high-tech tools. This is a lolly stick, and what you're trying to do is you are trying to actually get that down. There we go. So that is going to rub that down. Now what I do with ribbon is I rub it on the other side as well.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Because what you're trying to do is to get that glue to come off the carrier sheet and go onto the thing that you're holding it. So then, famous last words, let's see if we can see it.
And I'm guessing a smooth finish tape. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Wow. And then all you do to foil it is you stick your foil of choice over. Now you can put your carrier sheet back over so you're not scratching the rest of your foil.
Oh, that's a good tip.
And just give it a rub. And that's all you need to do, is just give it a rub to get the... Now, because what you've done, by the way, with the foil, the pretty side is facing you. So whether it's silver, gold or pink or whatever, the pretty side is always face up so you can see the colour. And then hopefully... Yeah, look at this.
This is gorgeous.
Look
oh my
at
goodness.
This.
Now, obviously, when you're at home, you're going to be much more frugal than Fiona has. On TV here, we do things for speed, but
come and have a look at the detail.
Oh my goodness!
Come in close and have a look at that detail, because that is the finest of transfers. Now, you can be doing this on ribbon, you can be doing this on card, you can be doing it on anything, and you can just be doing it with the lolly stick. However, if you have a die cutting and embossing machine at home, any die cutting and embossing machine at home, you can use that too. So
what else can we do?
Here,
I want to see more.
Okay, so just here, I have got a number of things. I've got some craft card where I put a transfer on, and I've just peeled off the backing so you didn't have to watch me do that. Black card, Centura pearl, and this is acetate.
Okay.
So use the same sandwich that you would use to emboss a thin metal die.
Okay.
So whether you've got a hand-cranked machine or your Gemini or anything in between, all of these machines provide pressure. Of course, Gemini provides that even pressure, which is really good.
That's a good tip, because some people may not have the upper body strength, and I think they can't get that kind of right movement.
Use the tool for it. I mean, isn't that great? You can actually use the tool to make your life easier, and that's the sign of good tool, isn't it? So there you go. That has done the lolly stick element for me, and then what we're going to do is just, thank you, I'll peel those away as well in a second. So here we go. Look, take the now you can see that glue on that acetate.
Yeah.
Beautifully
so
fine,
there.
Isn't it? So we'll stick that down there, and then I'm going to do exactly the same with all of these as well. So here goes. There is that beautiful fine one on craft card.
Don't throw your waste away, because we saw that mandala coloured in with alcohol markers.
Definitely. Going to look, there it's on the Centura pearl. You can just see, and we're going to put some on the black card as well. Now, sentiments. The glue technology, I know that's the boring bit, but the glue technology to make this work is extraordinary, because I have used glue transfers before, and they have been, thank you, they have been a challenge in the past to get them to go right. I don't know if you found the same, because sometimes you got bits, sometimes they missed a bit. It was always a joy. Yes, it was always a joy. But the glue technology on these, the fineness, I have never seen anything quite so fine with this as well.
I don't know whether you'll be able to see it on the camera, but even in the studio here, when you're pushing against it, you can see where that glue has adhered to the foils.
Amazing, isn't it? So then if I grab these back, and we're going to do exactly the same thing.
We've got a little bit of the, I don't know if that makes any difference.
We'll get a shot of it. Okay. I was doing well. I was having a lot of joy with static earlier on. Everything was sticking to me.
Any tips?
Everything.
Let us know.
Do you know? I can remember now. I don't know how true it is, but I remember being told. You know, when your clothes were clinging to you, being told to actually step through a clothes hanger, a metal clothes hanger, to get rid of it, which would be fine when I was younger and about the size that I could get through one. But not any days.
Fire brigade to get me out of it.
Right, okay, so shall we have a look at this and see what we've got here? Oh,
I love the fact you popped it through again.
Isn't it? Now look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
That is beautiful.
Wow. I mean, every little swirl, every little butterfly, gorgeous. So there's that one. And should we have a look at, and I used a couple of bits of foil on this, so let's have a look.
That's a good point to show that you can kind of patch the foil if you need to.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got 12 metres of foil, but look at that. I love that on the craft card. Doesn't that look amazing? So now let's have a play at this. This is that rose gold. That is such a beautiful colour. Now, you can read every single...
Give every day the chance to be the most beautiful day of your life. That's a lovely sentiment, but that could be on the front of a card, it could be on the inside.
Definitely. And even on something like Centura pearl. Look at that for delicate.
Oh, that's so nice.
There you go. Doesn't that look stunning?
Oh my
Absolutely gorgeous. Those fronds are so thin, so beautiful. So whether you're doing ribbon, whether you're doing your acetate, whether you're doing craft card, whether you're doing your hard surfaces, they are all going to look absolutely stunning.
I will warn you, we
Professional,
are busy for this one. I will give you an update in just a few moments. I'm going to let Fiona get herself ready for the next demo, but let me give you those details and show you exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get 240 elements that you're going to be able to use to create the most incredible designs using those 12 metres of foil. In fact, you're going to have more foil than you will need for those elements, because then you can go on and use things like your adhesive tapes, maybe things like your runners as well, which we have, of course, included with our happy idea. 952098 being your item number if you're wanting to get hold of this. The most incredible bundle has been put together with so many elements, and that's such an affordable way of getting hold of them. You are saving £10.90, and we've been really busy for this. You've seen the beauty of these, you've seen the elegance of those designs, and you've seen how good value for money it is. You only need to use the tiniest of amounts, or you can take the whole background piece and actually apply it to a card and create the most beautiful effect, as you can see here. Edge to edge coverage on this particular card, and then you've got a corresponding tag using just one of those elements. Of course, you can use them in a variety of different ways. So you've got things like your corners and your borders. You don't have to use them on the edges though. You could use them as a design feature, and I just love the way that you've got those sentiments, such heartfelt sentiments. Happiness is where we find it, but rarely where we seek it, and isn't that so true? So many different ways, whether you're using them on cards, whether you're using them on your scrapbook pages, acetate, vellum, we've seen parchment, even putting them onto MDF. But I will warn you that 70% of the stock has gone. Started off the top of the hour with 60% having sold. And of course you've got the little smaller elements, you've got your sentiments feature in there, and of course you have got your ribbon that you could be creating using your self-adhesive tape or maybe your runners. You are getting the most amazing deal, and I have to say I love this idea as home decor. You could be selling that, creating it and selling it, and it's literally just a little MDF plaque that you can pop on there. Maybe you'll be embellishing with other elements that you've got from Crafters Companion, stamping up and coordinating your colours. Let's face it, you've got 6 different coloured foils, so they're going to coordinate perfectly with pretty much anything that you work. And I love this idea. Look at this, a phone case as well. What a unique gift idea, and something again that you can be creating using this incredible deal. 952098 is your item number for you to get hold of all 240 elements, should I say, and 12 metres. It is incredible. Those elements, it works out at 12p per element. And that means that your foil is coming as a bonus then. That's not even counting that foil. Brilliant. And as you can see, they're all individually packaged. So if you wanted to, you could be getting hold of this and perhaps making it into several gifts to give to crafty friends for birthdays and upcoming events. Might be worth considering, because everything is individually packaged. 952098 is your item number. £29 is your price, and your saving is £10.90. Now you'll find this deal along with lots of other deals on the website. You'll find the Crafters Companion magazine featuring on there as well. We've got the most incredible deal on that. Red liner tape, you can get hold of that on there. If you need your foam tape, get hold of it there. And don't forget Xyron as well. Check out some of those reviews. Incredible 5-star reviews you will see time and time again with Crafters Companion. Of course, they extend their range regularly to bring us lots of different elements. If you ever need to find their details, top of the screen you see the brand button, and you'll find Crafters Companion under there. Now, of course, we've been talking about that foil deal, and we've come back with our happy hour deal. We've nearly missed 15 minutes already with this one. This is brilliant.
This is amazing. You really have, and these are going to work. Now, let me just take you through these. You have got here, this is Leanne's best glue in the world. Her words. Collal all-purpose. This is a solvent-based glue. This is perfect for your matting and layering. This is great for uncoated cardstocks, that kind of thing. It almost gives you like another layer inside, and it comes in a really usable, just little turn up and down, so it's a nice easy way to do it.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely. But you're also getting tacky glue. Now the reason you need tacky glue is if you're using your coated cardstocks, things like your Centura Pearl, anything which has got a coating on, this is great also for your mirror card. If you use the solvent on your mirror card, it can sometimes take the shine off if you get it on the front, but it will rub away, which is also very good. Now this one, this is really good. This is your 3D glue gel. So this is like a glue version of your foam pad. What it's going to give you is dimension. Now this one is great because there is no odour. If you have used things like the silicone glues before, years later you can still smell the flipping stuff, can't you? There is no odour on that. It is great. Then you have got, now this is the real crown, isn't it? This is the 25 versions to get this. This is one of our extra strong tape pens. So in this whole collection, you're getting 22 metres. Now these aren't small versions, you're getting full-size versions, but you have got a whole glue studio here that you can be using. Now, look,
Shall I move these out of the way so you can show us, Fiona?
Here we go. Look, I've got a tape pen here. Now, the tape pens, as you can see, you take the top off, you've got a little finger rest just here, and the way to use a tape pen is you use it on the edge. You don't need to press. You can twist it round, it can go down, can you see? And then just flick it when you lift it off, because that way you don't, and you can use tiny bits. I can get right into the corners here, and of course then you can play. Now look, what about, I grabbed some of my waste foil here, look. I could make myself, you know, I could use this. I mean, it's been designed so it will work with boxes, but of course you can use this, obviously, for decoration. This is an incredible glue. It will go around corners, it will stick things, and that they will stay stuck. But look, even on the foils, if you've got your foils today, look how well you could do that. Really easy way of using it, isn't it? Now look
at that.
Isn't that great?
That's effective. Works out at just £3.24 per item with your happy hour deal. But that's only up until 12 o'clock. We've only got 40 minutes left for you to take advantage of getting hold of all of these for that incredible price of £12.96. And these are full sizes. Yes. As Fiona said, good way of trying them to see whether they are for you. It's also a good way of topping up as well. So if you are running light on any of those elements, then you know straight away you've got them. I would be getting hold of this and keeping it purely from a craft bag, because I've got everything. Yeah,
then you know you've got everything there. You don't have to worry. When you grab that craft bag, you will have the glue that you need to do the project you want to do when you get there.
But only at that price up until 12 o'clock. 263743. It's proven to be very, very popular already. That's the other thing that I need to mention as well. If it sells out before 12 o'clock, then sadly that's it. The happy hour has come to a close a little bit early. Another deal that we've got that we want to share with you is that Fabulous Crafter's Companion magazine, issues 15 and 16. They both come together with £100 worth of bonus products. £19.98. A brilliant deal for these, I have to say. Both of those issues, and Freedom members, you've got an even better price at £15.98. There is so much content within these. Not only the projects, but obviously the tools to help you achieve those projects. In fact, we've got a little bit of a video to show you just exactly what you can learn from these issues.
Crafter's Inspiration, the all-in-one craft magazine brought to you by Crafter's Companion. Inside this winter issue, you'll find lots of fantastic festive designs to create using your craft kit. This issue includes some gorgeous crafty goodies. Fans of die cutting will be excited to see that we've got a Desire Snowflake border die, plus an exclusive Build a Snowman die set from the Sarah Signature Cute Christmas collection. A versatile Christmas village embossing folder that's perfect for your quick makes. A Sheena Douglas stamp set featuring pretty poinsettias and beautiful bells to add a traditional touch to your designs. And finally, you have a CD-ROM twin pack. We have the Crafter's Inspiration CD, which features hundreds of printable Christmas elements, and a Spectrum Wire Tips and Tutorial CD-ROM, giving you some handy advice on how to get the best out of your Spectrum Wire pens. This is gloriously packed with over 70 projects for you to try, such as these 10 super speedy designs perfect for creating easy cards, gifts and home decor projects. Let's celebrate our 12th birthday in style with a fabulous cake comprised of gift boxes. Put a retro twist on your Christmas this year with our top pick of products from the talented Sheena Douglas. Plus there's over £1,000 worth of prizes to be won, including the brand new black and gold Sarah Signature collection. So make sure you get hold of your copy of Crafter's Inspiration issue 16, on sale now.
And that is the latest version of that magazine. They are collectibles, because lots of people have got them going right the way through. So, ends up being a compendium of ideas and inspiration.
Yeah, I've got all mine from issue 1, and in fact, issue 1 came out before I even worked for Crafter's Companion. Right. But look, I want to show you how you can make a really quick card and how you can mix and match these elements. So what I've done, this is one of the graceful butterfly borders. Then I've got the happy birthday, and I've just got a little, I can't remember what they call, kaleidoscope of butterflies going on there. Right. But this is parchment. Imagine doing this on the coloured parchments and the pretty parchments that you can get out there. I mean, they would be gorgeous, wouldn't they? So, again, we're going to do exactly the same thing. So just for speed, I am running it through. So imagine this is just a giant lolly stick. That's all I'm using it for. So that is going to pop in there, and then we're going to put together the quickest card.
So if you're putting it through your die cutting machine, kind of think of it being one of the thin dies.
Yeah.
Do some experiments maybe with the smaller elements in there as well.
Absolutely. I use the same sandwich that I use for embossing my thin metal dies.
I've got to warn you though, 75% of the stock has gone. We have been busy in this hour. Do take advantage advantage of that saving while you have the opportunity. This is Fiona's final show, so if there's any questions that you need to ask, not ever, just for the day. So, yeah, if you've got any questions that you want to ask, now's the time to get those emailed in, studio@hochanda.com, and of course you can ask your questions via the phone lines as well, 01733 60 2000.
Okay, fingers crossed I didn't pull that off a bit too quickly. Well, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Anyway, I've used my piece of foil. Tell you what, we'll use a piece of pink foil.
Oh, pink and gold, nice.
I was going to go gold, but we'll go pink because I love that pink. I think it's a really pretty colour. And again, just going to run it through. I think I may have pulled that birthday off a bit quick. It is worth taking your time. Yeah, don't rip them off as if they were a plaster, like I've been doing. Just take them off slowly.
Now, you've got 6 different colours in here, so you have got lots that you could actually choose from using. I mean, these are gorgeous. Gold, like you say, if you're matting and layering your gold. Silver, you've got your fabulous pink in there, your gorgeous Crafter's Companion purple as well. And that is the colour for this year, isn't it, Pantone?
It is. The Pantone colour for 2018 is that purple. That's kind of handy, really, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah, and we didn't have to bribe anyone. They just did it all by themselves. Right, okay, so shall we have a look and see what we've done here? Let me take this and let's have a look. So there's my butterflies. Oh, I thought I had. But I'd go in, do you know how I would fix that? I would go in with my quickie glue pen.
Oh, that's a
and
good
just
idea,
write the top of the words on and fix it with that.
So top tip, don't be overzealous.
Don't be overzealous, because when you're not overzealous, look at those butterflies at the top there. Doesn't that look stunning? I mean, that is so pretty. And again, every little bit, and if I bring in the card that I made with the gold, look.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that lovely? And you know that ribbon, stick that down. Oh, actually, I've got a piece of ribbon. Let me show you. If you're going for that glue set, parchment is notoriously difficult, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Because the glue shows.
Tricky.
Watch this with the tape pen. So
okay,
you go down with the tape pen, flick at the end, so you can see my glue there.
Yeah.
Then when I put my ribbon on, look, it doesn't go through the ribbon.
So a wet glue would soak through, yeah.
That's right, so you can't see. But if I turn that round, look at that. You can't see where that glue strip is. So if you do parchment work, those tape pens are fantastic, and of course they're part of that little happy hour deal we've got going on as well.
They certainly are. Shall we show you what's in that happy hour, because it's been very, very busy. You've got your tape runner in there, you've also got your tacky glue, your collal glue and your 3-dimensional glue there as well, as you can see. £12.96. It is going to go up to £15.96 at the top of the hour, so you've got about 35 minutes to take advantage of that. 263743 being your item number. Of course, it was going to work perfectly alongside that fabulous foil bundle that we've been chatting about as well, and as you saw there from that fabulous demonstration, there's lots of ways that you can be able to use that. That's the thing that strikes me, is the versatility that you've got, because you've used it on parchment there, using it on glass, on wood even, we've got on the frame here.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, we've actually got a glass frame, completely glass frame there, where we've done it on the corners as well. Look at that.
Oh my
goodness. It's on the corners of the frame. Now, we all know that those kind of frames you can pick up often for £1.
Yes,
at certain
very
stores.
Economical.
But that makes a gift, doesn't it? That makes something to go on the dressing table. Love those. And then, of course, what about taking each of those beautiful sentiments and turning them into tags or cards, or a set of something that you're actually going to gift to someone?
I love that
This
idea.
is the thing, and all of the sentiments are so lovely. They really are beautiful.
And they're not just, I mean, obviously we have got things like Happy Birthday and things like that featuring in these, but then you've got heartfelt sentiments.
Yes.
Sometimes it's a struggle to find the right words, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I love these. I just think they are perfect. Perfect. I mean, I love this sentiment. That happiness is where you find it, but rarely where we seek it. I mean, how true is that? Now, look at this. Talk about using your scraps. So can you see this one? It's one whole background, but instead of making it from one whole piece, what we've done is use strips of the foil. So you've got that beautiful purple in there, you've got that lovely electric blue, and then the silver. Doesn't that look amazing? Just a couple of elements. There are actually only 4 elements on that.
Really?
So with that, because you're getting the 4th note, that card would have cost you 48p plus the card.
Wow. That
48p. That does not look like a 48p card.
Certainly doesn't.
You know, foiling adds value. The reason we go for cards which have got foiling on in shops is because they add value.
Yes.
They shine. Yeah. They make us gravitate towards them. Well, you have got the opportunity to do that on what you want.
Tile.
It is. So imagine doing this around things like, I mean, obviously they're not going to go through the dishwasher, but if they are decorative items for your home, or maybe you've got a party coming up and you want to decorate the cups and things and bits and pieces, you can do that really easily. They may only last the party, but at this price, you can afford them just to last the party.
I like this one because it shows you that you don't have to use the corners in a traditional corner environment.
Yeah. Aren't they lovely? I mean, I just love the way people have been so versatile with these.
Absolutely beautiful. These
love that little
gorgeous.
boho book.
That's so clever. Different widths of tape?
Yes, different widths of tape, and that's waste. So when you have taken the transfer away, so you get left with the negative. So I bring that in. So if I use that now, I would get the negative of those butterflies when I used it. That's what gives you that patterning. It's such a good idea. We might have a play. I might have a rummage in my bag and see if I've got any left in there, and we'll decorate a notebook or something. I'll use the tape pen as well.
Let's go through those designs again. You have got 240 elements. So whether it's butterflies you're looking for, birthday sentiments, borders, all over coverage. And as Fiona said earlier, you don't have to use it in its entirety, that one. You could quite easily chop into that and variety of ways. These are beautiful mandalas.
I love the delicacy of these. It's that lace. When you really look at this one, those lace details are amazing. They are beautiful, particularly in. I was just going to go particularly in here. Look at that. That is extraordinary. Now that is glue technology, and it looks every little bit. Can you see every little bit? It looks like it's been stitched, but this has been cold foiled, and of course you can use that foil on whatever you want,
and you don't need any additional equipment. Everything is included. Of course, if you want to use a die cutting machine, you can do to get that pressure. So if you do have issues, upper body issues, or maybe you're concerned about the strength of applying these, but to be honest, they are beautiful. I love this one. Absolutely gorgeous. Very, very busy for these, and it works out at just 12p per element with these. Oh, I've got the back of the board there. Let's turn that one round. Oh, I've got the back of the board there. Let's do that, and then we'll bring them round to show you this way. Absolutely beautiful, every single one of these. 12p per element. That's what it works out at with these. Absolutely incredible for value. And then that means that the foils, the 6 foils, and I'm going to have to share these with Fiona to show you all the different colours, because let's do them in a kind of rainbow, shall we? Because I think that would look rather pretty. Those are beautiful. These are gorgeous, really lovely. So you're getting these 3, and then you're getting those 3 as well. And each one of those is 2 metres. I love that rose gold. Is stunning. That's so on trend as well. Should we actually show you what 2 metres is like? Now, I think it's the rose gold that we'd unravelled before. So we're going to open
Should we do that one again?
Let's do that one again.
Bearing in mind that this little rose gold one.
There you go, Fiona. If I give you that, and I'll go take a walk.
Right.
Now, I'll be gone for a little while.
But look at the colour on that. This, I mean, it is so beautiful, so sumptuous, and every little scrap of this you can use. I mean, it is extraordinary. Now, I have paid a fortune for foils.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I paid an awful lot more than $14.50 for an awful lot less foil.
I can imagine. I can imagine. And you are getting 6 different rolls of that. Absolutely incredible. 2 metres on each of those, so it works out as 12 metres in total. I'm going to quickly wind that up and then I'll hand that over to Ben.
I mean, they are just gorgeous, aren't they? Absolutely lovely.
Now, they come to you individually packaged, as you can see there. So if you do want to separate them up, you can do. Perhaps take some of those foils and add them alongside some of those wonderful little elements that you've seen there previously that we've been working on, because you could actually make those into individual gifts. And for that price of £29, and then obviously taking advantage of that flexi-buy on these if you're wanting to as well. Definitely worth considering, but I will warn you that now 80% of the stock has gone. So if you wanted to get hold of those, do it as quickly as you possibly can. Now, there's lots of other things you might want to add into your basket, so I'm going to give you a very quick recap of some of those others, and then we will meet up with Fiona in a few moments. But look at these, absolutely beautiful. 6 sets of foils, as you can see there, 12 metres in total, and then you've got all of those wonderful embellishments there as well. 240 of those if you want to get hold of it. Now, I'm just having a quick look at the clock here, and I can see the time is ticking away for our happy hour deal. An adhesive bundle, but if you want to get hold of your red tape, then here we go. You can see here we've got a fabulous bundle here. 10 rolls in total. You've got, sorry, 7 rolls of 10 metre length, should I say, in total. £14.99. 996097 being your item number for you to take advantage of those if you so wish. Lots of other things you might want to take advantage of. Maybe this bundle here. Got issues 15 and 16 with these. Bonus of £100 worth of products with these. And that's fabulous, because what that means is you've got the elements there to help you create the projects that are inside. And literally crammed full cover to cover. You've got so much inspiration there. It's brilliant. From like-minded crafters creating some fabulous pieces for you to take inspiration from. 096290, and Freedom members just £15.98. But of course, those projects, a variety of different kind of styles of projects, home decor, sewing, crafting, but lots of different glues you might need.
Oh, absolutely. And what you've got here is you have got like a little glue studio which is going to cover you for all eventualities. This is your solvent-based glue. This is Leanne's best glue in the world. This gives you almost, it's so strong that you almost feel when you use it on your matte cardstock that you've got an extra layer of card in there. Brilliant. It also doesn't buckle. So if you've ever had problems with card buckling, this is the glue to use, because it will not buckle the card.
Fabulous.
Now, your PVA glue. This one is great for your cards where you've got a coating on them like Centura Pearl, because it will go through that. Now, this also is a great one to use with your things like your foiling techniques, or if you leave a little blob of it to go almost dry and you can see because it goes transparent, you could then foil over it. You could be making your own little foil brads with that. Really pretty. This is great. This is your 3D glue gel. This is the one I would never be without. This is not a silicone glue. It does not have that odour. There is no odour. Sans odour means exactly that. And what you get here is you get a glue which remains dimensional. So you use that in the place of your foam pads. And then, this is a great one to try. If you have tried tape pens before and you've not tried a purple tape pen, try a purple tape pen, because these are amazing. She tried 25 plus before she lost count of different glues to get this right. Now this is
the right formulation.
Yeah, and I mean what you wanted in terms of the formulation is you wanted a pen which was going to run, had to have a lot of tape on it. These have 22 metres. 75 feet. Yeah, I was trying to make sure I got my measurements around the right way. That is a huge amount. I've bought some of these before and they've had 5-10 metres on them. You've used them up before you go. Huge amount, huge amount. And then, of course, they're easy to use. So they're ergonomic, they fit in your hand. You've got your little finger bit there. And all you need to remember is you don't need pressure, you just need to flick. So no pressure, just flick. That's all you need to do. Or if you want to go around a curve, how easy is that? Imagine I'm going round a circle. That would be great, wouldn't it? So, and then flick it at the end, and then, I don't know if I've got enough foil here, but we'll do as much as we can. You could use it for foil. We could have been sticking this together, but look, this is a fantastic...
Glittering on top of these.
Glitter on top of it. You know, it's strong enough to hold your embossing powder.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it really is great stuff. Great for your boxes, which was one of the reasons we developed it, was 4 boxes, because you know what Sarah's like with her Ultimate Pro. She wanted a glue which would work, so she didn't always have to be using a wet glue.
Well, this is it, and you've got, like you say, everything in there. So you've got your construction with regards to your tape making your boxes. You've got the different styles of glue dependent on the cardstock that you're working with, whether it's coated or uncoated. And then you've got your 3-dimensional glue. So if you want to pop your embellishments down, we saw Lynette earlier on with those gorgeous flowers, and they're quite tricky to stick down in place. So if you don't want to use anything like a heat gun, especially when you're working with kids, then this is a perfect way of doing it. And sometimes heat guns aren't that good anyway, because I've had them separate from the flower in the past before now.
Absolutely, and so long as you remember to flick the ends, you know, kids can't spill that.
That's a good point.
Which actually, when you're crafting with youngsters, can be an issue. So look, but you know, if you wanted to stick this card together, here we go. I'm just going to use 3 strips, but this is a strong bond. If you've done tape pens at home, forgive me, If you have done tape pens at home, you will know that very often you can move this. You won't see us move it. Give it a rub. Give it a rub. There you go. But that will stay. That will stay stuck. Look, that is strong. That is really, really strong. So that will stay stuck. But of course, if you then put your wet glue on that, that would make that really rigid. If we used, because we'd use this one for this card, that would stay.
And that's often how thicker cardstock is made, isn't it? It's laminated together,
that's right.
Glued layers.
I mean, it's great. So you could be using that. You can be using your tape pen for whatever you want. You can be using it for your boxes and your corners. Just give it a rub. It's going to be absolutely fine. And then you've got all your different glues as well. Do you know, it's a perfect way to check your glues. And if you've ever wondered why we use so many different ones, it's not because we just can. It's because each one has a different use. That's why Leanne did an hour's programme called Glue School.
It was brilliant.
It was amazing.
Very
and all of them.
And
maybe we should get her back to do another one.
I think, yeah, it's time we had another glue school. We've only got 20.5 minutes to get hold of this, though. 263743. £12.96 means you are saving £3 on this, and each one of those items works out as £3.24. Definitely worth getting hold of if you've not tried any of these, or if you've tried one or two of them, or maybe you just want to stock up. Then jump onto the website. You will find these on there alongside lots of other bits and pieces. Look at the reviews that you've got there for those fabulous foil transfers. Don't forget, you're getting 240 of those in the bundle that we're going to be telling you about again in a few moments, and your foils as well. Check out those reviews, some incredible reviews from like-minded crafters using these in crafty environments, just like you'll be using them at home, to give you a little bit of a kind of insight for you to learn a bit about the products before you actually take that jump and get hold of them. And if you have been working with any of these foils in the past, you've got any tips or techniques, then you still got time to get involved. We've got a little over 20 minutes, or around 20 minutes, for you to get involved. So do so as soon as you possibly can. And of course, if you want to stock up on that black cardstock, you can see they're perfect to work alongside those transfers. And of course, the bumper packs there. Those are the reviews that you need to be checking out to see just how good that happy hour deal is. But do it quickly though, because we are running out of time. Running out of time, so we need another demonstration, I think.
We do, don't we? So what I've got here is I've just got a bit of pluck, because I want to, you know, that pretty notebook which I've put some. It's down the other end. I just wanted to show you how you could do that with a tape runner. So this is just a piece of MDF. Okay. So we're just going to do.
It's not primed.
It's not primed.
Like that.
No.
Straight in there.
Straight in there. And I don't do straight at the best of times, but here we go. We'll give it a go. I'm just going to run some. There we go. It's going to be on a wonk, but do you know that's going to make it as pretty.
Line.
So I'm going to put a few.
Straight lines are so last year.
There we go, aren't they just? So I have just made a random pattern. Can you see with the tape pen on there?
Nice.
Very random pattern. So I'm going to take some of the foils which I've used. Now these are bits, can you see, where I've actually used them for other things. So this is the waist, essentially. Yeah. So what you can do. And what this will give me is a negative, and it will also have bits on there. So where's that good old lolly stick? Bearing in mind, I mean, you could just mount that onto a card and have a whole complete transfer which look like this. But that sort of very bohemian look where you've got little bits on there. Look at this. Can you see? Can you see?
Like that.
You can see. If I tip that forward,
that's nice.
Look, can you see? You've still got those. It's almost like I've put little bits of rose on there as well. And if I went in, I've got a bit of pink here. Let's use this bit of pink. So I don't know where this pattern will go, because, of course, I'm just using the waist. So if I happen to hit a clear bit...
This is a bonus project, in that, really.
Absolutely. And maybe I've got a little bit where it's got a little more. So let's just pop that over and give this a good old rub. I did have a lolly stick, I've buried it now.
Do we have to worry about how long those embellishments have got their tackiness?
No, you really don't. So long as you keep them in the packets and you keep that carrier sheet on them.
So don't take the cover off and then come back to it 2 or 3 days later?
No, I would keep it. Can you see just a little bit where you've got little bits of pink now, which is almost like inlaid? And if I then bring in this book, can you see? That is how that was done. So this book, this wonderful boho book, was done just using the waist.
That's a clever idea.
Isn't that pretty? So gorgeous.
Same technique, different project. So we're going to bring in a couple of these to show you, and then I'll give you some other examples of how you can be working with it. Fiona, again, MDF and using your tape.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it great? And again, that's just tape. It could be red liner tape, it could be your tape pen, it could be your easy lift tape. Absolutely beautiful. Love that. That looks very Klimt-like, doesn't it?
Absolutely beautiful. Now, there's lots more that we're going to be able to share with you, lots of different ways to work with this. I do like this idea. Look at this, taking those different elements, as you can see there, making up a tag, building up almost a collage of those different pieces. What else shall I show you? Let me bring some other bits and pieces in. Oh, now, of course, some of those mandalas, you've got some larger pieces with these as well. So just as Fiona's getting herself ready for her next demo, let me show you some of these ones. These are absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Gorgeous. That is using one of those pieces in its entirety. Now, don't forget you have got 240 of these, so perhaps you're going to be using the sentiments. The sentiments and phrases that you've got in here are absolutely exquisite. Time is the most precious gift we can share, and isn't that just? Look at this, using some of those techniques that we've seen Fiona using. I love this idea where you've kind of got a little bit of matting and layering going on with a little plaque here, but still using those gorgeous colours. Don't forget you've got 6 different colours featuring in this bundle, but again, that mandala used in a slightly different way, adding a little bit more interest. And don't forget, if you've gone for your happy hour, you're going to be able to stick that fabulous ribbon down in place as well. Beautiful plaques that can be created in so many different ways, so many different surfaces as well. So things like your mobile phone case, you could be using it on, things like your acetate as well, things like your vellum we were talking about earlier on. And I love this idea where you can use it on vellum and then perhaps just open it up and you can see that gorgeous background paper just popping through. Gift bags as well. Gift bags, you could be creating these, taking a little tiny element, as you can see here, and just adding it to them. You've got things like your borders and your corners, put them together in different configurations, not necessarily just in the place where you might consider them to go, but if you do want to pop them in the corners, then why not pop them into the corners of a wooden frame? Fiona showed us earlier on, taking the vellum again, taking your ribbon, using that adhesive runner that you've got, your tape pen within the happy hour deal, to create the most incredible results over and over again. And these are all done with that incredible foiling kit. It's a brilliant deal. £10.90 saving you've got with these. £29 is going to get you all of this. Look at this. You've got 240 different elements in there. Sentiments, corners, borders, phrases, and full coverage of backgrounds with those as well. They're put together in little groups. So you can see that here you've got 4 pieces in each of these. So you've got your opulent flourishes there. You've got your bouquets. You've got your fabulous mandalas, roses, you name it, you've got all areas covered, and you've got 6 of those. Now, you've got 6 of those and you've got 6 of your foils. So I'm just saying that if you were thinking ahead and you're thinking to perhaps your crafty friends for their birthdays throughout the year, you could literally give them a pack of these and one of those foils, or chop up the foils so they have all 6 of those. Those could be 6 gifts for £29. How amazing is that? And then you can see that even better is you can spread that cost over 2 payments of £14.50. So if you were to split those up into 6 gifts, how much would that work out at? Less than £5. Wow, that makes a really affordable gift, but what an incredible bonus that you'd have having all of those embellishments and having that foil to work alongside them. And as I say, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be chopping up those 12 metres and giving 6 different colours with a pack of those, as you can see here. Lovely. If you're wanting to get hold of yours, 952098, that's the all-important item number. Now, Fiona is busy with throwing challenges at her through her ear of, can you do this, can you do that?
So we're giving it a try. Now,
okay.
What I would do with glass at home, top tip,
okay.
I warm it very slightly with a heat gun before I put the transfer on.
Okay.
Because that somehow seems to enable it to grab the glue.
Oh, I see,
right. But with the absence of a heat gun, I've got a little bit on a jar, and you can see I'm really burnishing
now we've
already got a piece of cloth, so I didn't really have a flat bit, so we're just going to see what I can do here. Let me... Yeah, now, some of that's worked, some of it hasn't. Can you see? If I bring that there, can you see?
Yeah.
A couple of them where I rubbed
you're working on glass and a rounded surface as well.
Yeah,
so
glass and a rounded
challenging
surface. Tiny little bit. Now, as I say, at home, I would have heated that and given it a good old rub, but so I'm only going to do a tiny bit, but I have got a piece of material just down here, so we'll have a play with that as well. Let me just see. Yeah, now look.
Oh,
there.
That's
look, can you
beautiful.
see? Can you see?
So delicate.
Isn't that pretty? Really pretty. So don't do it in midair and don't do it on a lolly stick on a curve. But it works. It can be done. So there we go. But I tell you what else I've got here. I've got a piece of, now this is just a piece of cloth.
All right. So that, that's
just
nice,
cotton.
yeah.
I was thinking, well, maybe you've got something going on. I'm doing the same thing as I did with the ribbon, and we'll just hope it works. Do you know, I mean, I wouldn't get too excited about it. You have got 140 transfers here.
240.
240, yeah. 240 transfers. Even if it takes you a little while to get the technique which works for you, have a play. But look,
look at that.
At that. There's my transfer on material, done with my lolly stick. It hasn't even been through. And let's see, I'm not going to use that. Let me find if I can find a bit of gold or something. Here
I'm
we
just
go.
thinking this could be a panel on a bag.
Couldn't
I'm
it?
guessing, because obviously we haven't tested this, we're literally doing it live in the studios. You're not going to be able to wash this, I wouldn't have thought.
No, I wouldn't. No.
But if you're using it on something like a bag that you're not planning on washing, or maybe it could be going, sometimes cushions, we don't, I must admit, I don't wash cushions very often, so yeah, you could
very
use
often?
It on cushion.
Are they washable?
Well, the thing is, you have your show cushions, though, don't you? So your show cushions are there, and you're not meant to sit near them anyway. You move them out the way, don't you?
And somebody said to me the other day, do your curtains wash well in the lounge? And I went, do you know, I don't know. They've only been there 15 years. They look fine to me.
Yeah, just give them a vacuum every once in a while.
Yeah, wash curtains. But let's have a look. Shall we see if I've rubbed that enough? I may have just need to rub it a bit more.
Don't forget, of course, if you have got your die cutting machine, as we saw earlier on, you can always be using that as well. And it is, like you say, it's a little bit of trying and testing and experimenting.
Absolutely. And remember, you're using that lolly stick to apply pressure. You're not using it like the old electrosets. Let's see if I've rubbed that enough. I may not have done.
But you know, sometimes I kind of like that.
No, I don't think I rubbed it enough.
No, okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
An experiment.
That's fine. Where did that ribbon go? Oh, I put it somewhere safe.
Put it in a safe place.
Hey ho, there we go.
We'll find it in a minute. Lots of different ways that we can work with. Should we go through those designs again on the board?
Let's
just
do
to
that.
show you, just while we kind of.
I think I probably, just by the way, for that material, I think that would have probably worked better had I put it through the machine to attach it, because it's quite. If we have a look, it's got quite a grain on it, unlike the ribbon, which was quite smooth. So I think
because it's satin ribbon, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I think you can see a bit of it as well, but I think had I put that through the machine, I might have gone into every nook and cranny.
You need a few more porridge breakfasts with that lolly stick, don't you?
I do.
Now, look at the boards. These are beautiful. 240 elements. And like you say, Fiona, there is lots there, so you can experiment just using the tiniest of elements if you need to. You're going to get all of these. They're in groups of 4 as well, so very much coordinated.
Shall I hold some? I'll tell you what, why don't you give them to me and I'll pass them to you. That way I can check that they're run the right way.
Yeah. So, here is the first board. These are absolutely beautiful. You are going to get all of these. So not only are you going to get your fabulous swirls, you're going to get your corners in there as well. Also going to get those beautiful sentiments. Don't forget that you are going to get 6 foils, 6 complete rolls, meaning that you've got 12 metres in total to create these incredibly beautiful designs. Absolutely gorgeous. Mandalas we're looking at here. Fiona was working with those earlier on.
They're lovely. I love those.
These are gorgeous. Very much a kind of Art Nouveau look, this board.
Really beautiful, aren't they? So what you've got here is you've got some wonderful details on here. I think this one is called the Flourishes. Really beautiful. You've also got those lovely sentiments, and you've got the simple ones like birthday wishes and get well soon. Those ones that you need in your stash, really.
Definitely. 240 elements in total. We are rapidly approaching limited stock. Fingers crossed we've gauged this right, because of course this is Fiona's last hour. We've only got about 10 minutes left. Well, actually a little shy of that. 7 minutes left during this hour. But we are running out of time. We're also running out of time for that happy hour deal, which I'll tell you about in just a few moments. But if you want to get hold of these, you've got a little bit longer. We're up against the stop with regards to the 4th. The happy hour, though, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. That's all that you've got. 263-743 if you're wanting to get hold of these. £12.96 being your price. It is a brilliant deal, I have to say, for you to try every single one of those different styles of glue. It's like a little selection box, and of course we've just come out of the season for selection boxes. It's a saving of £3. Each one of those elements works out at £3.24. Perfect way for you to test them and try them before you invest in the larger bundles. And of course, check out on the website, you will will see those different kind of reviews for each of those. You're going to have to be quick though, because we are running out of time on that one. 263-743 if you're wanting to get hold of those. Now we're running out of time with regards to the happy idea. We're running out of stock with regards to this.
Oh wow.
Fiona, what would you say to anybody that's thinking about getting hold of these?
Right, these are a great thing to play with. The foils are going to last you way over the transfers, and you've seen how versatile the foils are. Just to add a bit and piece, you know, at this price, at $14.50, if you've always been tempted by these, I would get them home and try them. You know, why don't you split them? One roll of foil. What about one roll of foil and one pack of transfers? You've got 6. I mean, I know we're just past Christmas. 6 Secret Santas.
That's it, for less than £5 each.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, they are just going to, and whether you use them on home decor, these are great to have in with the grandkids to play with, because you know what, they're going to just do it, because kids do that, don't they? You try and tell them how to do it and they just get on and do it. And you know, you've got so many here, if they waste 1 or 2, they're not going to be minding, and neither are you at this.
But they're doing grown-up crafting, and that's the thing that kids love to do, and it's so easy. Now, if you wanted to get hold of the bundle, of course, we're talking about the foils alongside those elements, 240 of them. Down at the bottom of the screen, for £19.95, you can get hold of the foils on its own. I think that illustrates just what a brilliant bundle that we've got, because for £19.95, you will get what you're looking at the moment. Those 6 foils, full-size rolls there, totaling 12 metres, but you're getting those as part of that bundle that we've been talking about. So for another £10, less than £10 in fact, you are going to get all of those elements to work alongside them. And as we said, whether you want to keep them all for yourselves, or maybe you want to make them into little bundles, taking each one of those packs, maybe a roll of foil, maybe decanting those foils to give your colleagues and friends a set of 6 different smaller pieces, then you can do so. But you're going to have to be quick, because we are now officially limited stock with this one. I'm keeping fingers crossed that everybody's going to get hold of this that want it. So the last show that Fiona's here with us with these. What sort of surfaces, again, can we use these on?
So think about using them on your acetate. Think about using them on your acetate like that. What about using them on your glass frames? Love that idea. You could be using these on decorative mirrors. You can be using these on plastic. You can be using these on your parchments as well. So on surfaces, this is a plastic case.
I love this.
Works well. And again, with your plastics like your glass, give it a little bit of a heat with a heat tool. Don't heat it till it's red hot, but warm it, and you'll find it works really easily.
There you go, top tips. And don't forget, if you want to share your top tips or the results you've created using these, you can still pop your images up on Facebook if you're wanting to do that. If you've got it sitting in your basket, you need to be checking out your basket now. We've not got many left of these at all now. Fiona, we have been so busy. You've been such an inspiration, giving us so many different ideas. I just love it. And they just keep coming, throwing things at you. Can you do this? Can you do that? And you jump up to the challenge. You can have a go at that challenge as well at home when you get yours home, but only if you're quick with this one. It's limited stock. 952098. Fiona, we're going to see you towards the end of the week.
Towards the end of the week.
And I will see you in a little later. But we have got Dave coming up in the next hour, and he's going to be working with Kelly and her gorgeous drawings and colouring alongside her. Then we've got Crafts 2 one-day special at 1 o'clock. I think that's with Charlie. And then I will be back with Lynette at 2 with Craft Buddy Design.
Hi, I'm Dali from Dali Art, and I've been crafting for over 10 years, and I've actually just recently turned my passion of crafting into my business. I started off actually with doing canvases for mixed media, lots of interior design, and I've actually grown that passion and gone into mainstream in terms of stencils, dies and stamps. My collection is mixed media, East meets West, and a lot of this comes from my heritage. And I've also just collaborated with Pentart, and this gives me the products I need to enhance my stamps, stencils and die designs. Please join me for my shows here on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Bev, I'm from Be Crafty. We have been going for about 14 years, and 4 years ago we started designing and making our very own stamps just for you. All of our stamps are designed and made here at Be Crafty by my own fair hands, and we love using them for lots of different crafty projects. I love playing with our stamps and templates and getting as inky as I can, whether it's spraying or blending ink or stamping ink, paints, everything. We absolutely love it, and that's what we want to show you when we come to Hochanda, because we get to demo as much as we like, which is fantastic, so I can show you all the techniques that I'm learning too. So make sure you don't miss the Be Crafty shows on Hochanda.
Hello there, very good afternoon. Yes, you're watching Hochanda, and we're going to have some fun for the next hour colouring in. Great to have your company. Kelly O'Gorman is back with us. Good to see you again.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Very good.
A very, very busy show last time we worked together.
Really busy, yeah. Sold out, so, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that may happen again. Lovely Mandy Alexander is with us as well. Good to see you again.
You too.
It's been a while.
Yeah, a little while, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, welcome. Good to have you with us. What's your connection with Kelly then?
Well, Kelly and I met in a previous life.
Yes.
And I love her artwork. Absolutely love it. I saw a picture of hers from a distance through a glass wall, and that was it. I was just like, I need to see that up close, and just fell in love with it. And the images that are in Kelly's first book, I wanted to work with as individual images, and so I spoke to Kelly about it, and we just progressed from there.
So you've actually helped develop the toppers that we got in the show, and you've actually designed the backing papers that are in the show as well.
Yes,
so
I have.
we'll see you with some demos in a second then.
All right then.
And we'll crack on down the counter and show you everything you can get from Kelly O'Gorman, because all of this is your artwork in the book, isn't it, Kelly?
Yes, it certainly is.
How did it all start for you then? What made you start to do this?
It was a gift, an idea for a gift.
Oh, okay.
That's how it began. So I wanted to create something special for my godson, and I created a picture using the letters in the book of his name.
Yeah.
And then I ended up drawing so many letters. I thought, let's put it into a book, and then people can do their own.
Lovely idea, and you get 3 of each of the vowels and 2 of each of the consonants. There's 57 sheets in the book. Now you're actually getting, if you go for the item number that's on the screen right now, you're actually getting both of the books together. Which one came first then?
Oh, the pink one.
This one?
A to Z of Creative Colouring, yeah. That
Okay.
was the starter book.
So, you know, you can treat this like bunting if you wanted to. You could actually hang these letters up to spell someone's name or a special word or whatever you want to do. And each letter is made up from images that start with that letter.
That's correct, yeah. So it's a bit of a, you know, hide and seek game as well. As you colour in, you can find the different elements.
It's kind of learning for the children as well if they get involved,
isn't it?
isn't it?
Well with the kids, yeah.
And then you realise they're learning. Like here, for example, you've got the letter G, you've got the guitar there. You've got the gnome as well, you've got the gingerbread man, you've got the goat with the glasses as well. Fantastic. Brilliant fun. And they're all perforated, so you can easily remove them from the book, can't you?
Yes, you can. That's what I wanted to do with the book, because some colouring books, when you colour them, it can bleed through to the page underneath.
Yeah.
Or some colouring books have a design on both sides, so I wanted to make sure that that didn't happen. So you can tear it out, or you can colour it without affecting the page underneath.
Now, what you've got here, both books are included in the bundle for £16.98, saves you £3. It should be £9.99 each, basically. So what you've got here is the Flora and Fauna. So this is slightly more kind of adult, I suppose.
Yes, it is. So it's nature. So everything that begins with those letters, plants and flowers.
L for llama. Then you've got M for monkey, cute little monkey there as well, and the meerkat there as well. Love it. Absolutely love it. So both books together, saves you £3, £16.98. So in total, you've got 114 sheets that you can colour in, and it's up to you how you colour them in, whether you paint them, whether you ink them, whether you pencil them in, or whatever.
Yeah, you can do what you want with it, yeah.
And look at how they look when they're actually in frames. They're wonderful. So there's the letter L with the llama as well. How have you done this one? Is this one with pencils?
That's, yeah, that's just normal colouring pencils, that one.
We've got pencils in the show. We've got the Derwent pencils if you want to get hold of those. Then you've got the octopus and the otter, the oranges as well, the ocean too. All images that start with that letter. And the quality of the cardstock is amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's 170 GSM, so it's a lovely cardstock. So you won't get, you know, you can put Inktense pencils on it, watercolour pencils, normal pencils, markers.
I thought that was the letter L, but it's enough, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah.
And here we've got the K.
That's
the kangaroo.
Inktense, that one. So that
the Inktense is
yes.
So they're in the show. We've got the Inktense pencils in the show from Derwent. So $16.98 for both books. I just think it's a lovely idea, and again, each sheet is a manageable project. You know, you're not daunted by having a massive project that's going to take you months to do.
No.
You could do one of them maybe in an evening or something like that, couldn't you?
And you can gift a single one if you wanted to as well, just initial to somebody.
Maybe someone's just had a baby, just christened the baby, or just named the baby, and then send one of their initials in the post or something. So both those books together, you get the A to Z of colouring, which is all sorts of characters and spaceships and all sorts. And then this one is flora and fauna. Both together, £16.98. 10% of the stock has already gone.
Wow.
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 Now, I wonder how many people got these books actually at Christmas.
I think a lot of people, because I've had a lot of people contact me to say they're really enjoying colouring them in.
Brilliant. And if you want to, you can scan these into your computer. You can print them off on maybe to printable fabrics, because there's a pretty generous angel policy with this, isn't there?
Do whatever you want with it, really, apart from just rip off my book.
Yeah, you can certainly sell. You can certainly sell the frames though, and you can sell the images once you've coloured them in. You can make this is like a little makeup bag out of this one, a little pillow as well, a little kid's T-shirt. You know, scan them into your PC, print them off onto printable fabric. That's cute, isn't it? So what we've now got. Bearing in mind that these images, these letters, are made up from various different characters and things that begin with that letter. What Mandy has done, and Kelly have done together, is come up with the idea of make some toppers. So images that are from the letters have been converted into toppers here. Now you've got two options. You can either go for the pre-coloured, or you can go for the black and white. And obviously the black and white usually is more popular because a lot of you love the process of colouring in. But you were actually getting the backing papers included with the toppers, okay, at a discounted price. Now Mandy's helped design has actually designed the backing papers, and also helped design the toppers too. So you've got the unicorn here. There's actually 60 sheets in here, isn't there?
Yes, there are. And then you've got the sentiments as well, which are hand-drawn by me.
Excellent. So you've got sentiments like believe, best wishes, happy birthday, make a wish. So these are the pre-coloured. So you've got the carousel horse, you've got the genie there as well. Actually, I've got some of them here just to kind of flick through at random to show you. There's a peacock. Also, this would be, if you wanted to go for the books and the toppers, this would give you some colouring ideas as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Shows you what colours work very, very well. You've got the robot there in there as well, your seahorse too.
There's a wide spectrum of different ones. I tried to choose the more prominent designs within the book to use.
There's your elephant, there's your genie. There we are. Now these are on Freedom. There's a Freedom discount, so if you do want this is going to go down to £12.23, so every penny helps, but also of course your postage is taken care of as well, which is a big deal. So £12.33, sorry, delivered. If you want the coloured option, so you get the background papers, of which you get 50. And you're going to get 60 of the topper sheets, OK? So that together is only £12.98, or delivered if you're a Freedom member for £12.33. And then the black and white options, which I know lots of you will want to do because you want to colour them in, which is maybe the whole point of the show, a lot of the point of the show. Here we've got, again, all those images that were in the pre-coloured, but now just black and white. They are the same item number, just a different choice. You choose between whether you want the pre-coloured or whether you want the black and white. Beautifully printed, gorgeous quality cardstock as well. And that is £12.33 delivered if you're a Freedom member. There are the background papers. So we'll just flick through those quickly to show you. So they work beautifully well with these toppers, all done by Mandy. So you've got various different patterns and designs. Very useful to have. £12.98, that's included in the bundle with your 50 sheets of 50 sheets of background papers and 60 sheets of toppers. 697-529. And also, just to give you an idea, this is something that's been made out of these images as well. This is like shrink plastic, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Mandy did that.
Wow.
It was fantastic. But I'm not exactly sure how she did it.
Well, if you scan the image into your PC and then you print onto shrink plastic, heat it, and it shrinks down, and you can make jewellery. So any of those images, you can do that as well. So the artwork, it's free. You're free to do with the artwork whatever you want to do.
Yes,
basically.
exactly. Yeah.
So £12.98 is the price if you're not a Freedom member, or £12.33 if you are. 697-529. Now, we have got other items in the show that we can show you. We've got lots of other bits and pieces. We've got some pencils for you as well. Now, these are the Derwent pencils, which are really the creme de la creme. You've got 24 of the pencils in here, and you've also got the mechanical pencil as well, propelling pencil. £38.99. That's a great discount of £21 off the price, and Derwent pencils have got such a great pedigree, they really have. 489212 is your item number there. Now, the pencils that I know Kelly has worked with and likes in particular are the Inktense pencils. 24 of those in the tin, and these are £32.99 for these. 372577 is your item number if you want to go for those today. All other things, of course, you'll find on the website, all other colouring mediums, whether you want your Spectrum Wire pens or whatever you want to use with them. Have a little look at Hochanda.com. Right then, Mandy and Kelly, what are we doing first? What are you colouring in with?
I am going to make a card with one of the toppers.
Right.
And I'm going to do a masking technique, because you get 3 each of these images. I've sacrificed one to create a mask.
Okay.
And so I'm going to colour in the one that I'm going to use, and I've got the one ready to go for when I get a bit further on in the card.
And you're going to use Spectrum pens, yeah?
Yeah, Spectrum Noirs, yeah.
Is that your favourite colouring medium, then, the alcohol pens?
Yes, yes it is, yeah, absolutely. I've had a go with pencils and I like it, but I think I need to spend a little time with Kelly and learn a bit more.
What's your favourite medium, Kelly? Are you a pencil person?
Yeah, at the moment it's these Inktense. I love them.
Yeah?
They're a bit addictive, yeah.
What's it you like about them so much?
Just because they're kind of... They've taken a while for me to get used to. I started, and I did all right, but as I've used them more, I've got better and better at them. And now I'm just experimenting more with different things, and I just love them, yeah.
Excellent, okay. So you're using your Spectrum wires?
Yep.
And I'm trying to find a design.
That's the trouble, it's picking the first letter that you want to colour, because there's so many choices, isn't there?
Right.
Who did you do the first picture for again? Was it your
Godson?
Godson.
Yeah, his name's Harrison.
Right.
So I started off with a H, and then...
So you had quite a few to do then?
Yeah,
Harrison's H,
quite
a few letters.
So by the time I'd done that, I might as well have done the rest, really.
And you're taking them out of the book, so you actually remove them before you start to colour, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like to work out of the book, because otherwise you're always holding that second page down, aren't you?
Yeah, that's true.
You can flip over, especially when you're working with watercolours.
See, I like to take it out of the book as well, because I'm a lefty, so I'd have to be holding the book down and with my arm and trying to colour in at the same time, so that's why I like that they're perforated.
Okay, so you're starting with the Spectrums.
Yeah, so I'm just going with the darkest colour first. I think everyone has their own way. Some people like to lay the lightest colour down all over and then work on top of that, but this is just kind of how I do it. I just go with the darker colour first and then just blend in the next shade down, and then the lightest colour.
So this is one of the toppers. Remember, the toppers are kind of a new thing today, aren't they? We've not done these before, have we?
Yes, yes, we did these. We've done them once before. But yeah, they're a new concept to both Kelly and myself, because it's the first sort of project we've worked on together, and it's been really fun. Yeah.
So you've taken basically the images from the letters and then just made them individuals and blown them up a little bit in size,
yeah. Well, the first thing I did was I scanned in the letter U, because I wanted to work with the unicorn, basically, and I wanted to create pretty much the card I'm going to make today. So I did that, and then I showed it to Kelly and said, you know, that I would like to do some more with other images in the book. And we just sort of went on from there, didn't we?
We did, yeah. And then she just made some wonderful things really, that I couldn't even dream of.
Well, I didn't show her everything that I'd made, so when I went round to show her, I wanted to see her genuine reaction of things, because I was really worried, like, well, what if she doesn't like it? What if it's, you know, it's not what she was expecting? And her reaction was just brilliant. It was like, yeah, she couldn't believe it when I showed her the fabric things that I'd made, and yeah, it was really lovely.
Well, you had to explain that to me earlier, because I saw the T-shirt and I saw the bag and everything. I thought, well, how's it gone from the book onto a T-shirt? But of course, because you've got that generous angel policy, you can scan it into a PC.
Yeah. And the reason we went for the pre-coloured as well is I know a few people that love to craft but can't colour in and don't enjoy it, and we didn't want to exclude anybody from being able to sort of use Kelly's artwork. Right. And also, because you get 3 images, you can decoupage them.
Yes.
And, I mean, you can decoupage the black and white ones as well, but the chances of you colouring it in exactly the same so that the picture matches. So with the pre-coloured ones, that's already done for you.
Well, actually, a lot of the pre-coloured ones are, well, they're flying, actually. They're going very quickly. So if you are in that camp, if you're not really interested in colouring, but you'd like to use Kelly's images and you'd like to do what Mandy was saying, like decoupage them, cut them out, that sort of thing, 20% of the stock of the pre-coloured has gone. You're getting, remember, 50 sheets of the background papers, you're getting 60 sheets of the toppers, and 3 each of the images as well. And they're all images that have been taken from those letters. And the letters, how do you do the letters? Do you start off with the images first and then compile them and put them together, or do you just do the whole thing in one go, Kelly?
I go on the internet and I search for what begins with that letter. Yeah. And then I kind of plot where they're going to go. So, and I kind of try and make it so it goes... It moves with the letter, you know, so
follows the shape of the letter.
Yeah. So with this one, for instance, the snake's kind of going round. Yeah. Yeah. So then I kind of compile it. Yeah, I don't know how to do it, but yeah, it's kind of like it just kind of comes to me.
It's a real skill. It really is. Yeah. I mean, you're colouring in at the moment the sunflower. Now the ink tents. If you're wondering how those pencils actually work, they are blendable, and you can actually use. They're water-based, aren't they? So you can actually use a water pen, which is what Kelly's doing at the moment to blend it. Which is always a popular way of using them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to using watercolours. Before I started colouring, I used watercolours with my artwork. Yeah. So this is kind of a natural progression for me. And also you can use your paintbrushes with them. You don't need to use a water pen either.
So looking good already. The sunflowers are coming to life. And also, remember, if you're going for the pre-coloured toppers, it gives you colouring ideas. If you sometimes look at a black and white image and you think, well, I'm not quite sure what colour that should be, what shade of brown or what shade of green should I do this? If you go for the pre-coloured toppers, they've all been coloured in for you anyway, and you'll find those images in the letterbox, won't you?
Yes, you will.
So it gives you colouring hints, really.
Yeah,
like a guide.
It does, it does. I think the pre-coloured are great if you make for charity, or if you've got a last-minute event coming up and you want to get a lot of things made quickly. Colouring can take a while, so if you get the pre-coloured ones, that's already done for you. As I said, you can decoupage with them. It was my cousin that sort of made me realise that pre-coloured is a good option, because she loves to craft. She makes all different things, but she doesn't like colouring in. Right. Doesn't colour in anything. She doesn't stamp because it involves colouring in. And so I thought to myself, how many people like her must there be out there that want to work with Kelly's artwork, but don't want to colour it in?
Exactly. Well, let me just show you some of the ones that are pre-coloured here. These are probably going to be the first item to sell out. There's the unicorn. What is it about unicorns at the moment? Everybody loves unicorns.
Yeah, I've always liked unicorns, always loved the unicorns. It was the first thing that I worked with when I showed Kelly what I wanted to do with it. Right. It was the unicorn image that I went for first.
But they seem more popular now than ever before.
Yeah, everybody loves unicorns.
Then you've got the astronaut. Maybe you've got a little budding astronaut in your family. You get him 3 times as well. Remember the dragon as well. But maybe you wouldn't have thought of colouring the dragon in these colours, but it looks lovely. So you can duplicate that on the black and white images in the book if you want to. Lots of you actually, I think, are going for both the pre-coloured and the black and white. Black and white, 1/3 of the stock has gone now. And remember, you're not just getting these wonderful card toppers, you're actually getting all 50 of those background sheets as well that Mandy Alexander's designed. Mandy's our guest with Kelly today. The carousel horse as well, isn't that lovely? I love your idea of decoupaging them. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I love to decoupage things. I love to cut them out. I actually have Kelly's first book. I'm yet to get. I didn't get it for Christmas. I was a bit disappointed. So I'm yet to get the second book. But I took some of the letters out of there and I've decoupaged them up and put them in a frame. And I added sort of little spot glittering and some glossy accents as well to highlight parts. And again, I think you hadn't seen anyone do that with your work before. No. And it was, but because I love to sit down and just cut things out, that was what I really wanted to do with it. So I kind of just sort of did what I wanted and then showed Kelly afterwards and said, what do you think?
Yeah. So have you coloured all of these in then? These ones?
No, Kelly did. Kelly coloured the pre-coloured in because, as I said, I'm not great with the watercolour, and we wanted quite a soft. But I did have some suggestions for the colour ways to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They are gorgeous, they really are. The pre-coloured is probably going to be the first one to go. So if you want that, you get 60 of those, and you get 50 of the backing papers that Mandy's designed as well. 20% out of the pre-coloured. Yeah, 20% out of the pre-coloured is gone. Black and white, over a third, so the black and white is in the lead if you want the black and white ones, with the 50 background papers as well. Give us a call. They're only $12.33 for the whole lot, which is great value. And the quality of the card as well is superb. It really is incredibly strong and thick, very, very durable. So if I just show you the black and white ones, and the background sheets as well, we'll have a little look for those. So $12.33 is your delivered price if you're in the Freedom Club, okay? So that's saving you all the postage, and it's also taking another 60 or 70 pence off the cost. So that's what you're getting. Background papers and the black and white toppers, 697529 your item number. And the background papers have been designed to kind of complement these toppers beautifully, haven't they?
Yeah, they work really well together. And there's you've got 50 individual toppers, sorry, individual sheets of the backing paper, so there's no two are the same. And they just work really well with the pre-coloured, but there's such a wide variety of colours that if you're colouring the black and white ones, the chances are you're going to colour it in with colours that will match the backing papers.
Now, just showing you the books again as well, and remember that it started with the pink one. That was the first book that Kelly did. And this has got so many different characters. It's kind of for all age groups, this one, because you've got characters, you've got astronauts, you've got little babies, you've got animals, you've got bikes, you've got objects as well. So it's a little bit of everything. The other one's flora and fauna, which if you love your flowers and your petals, you'll be in heaven with those. But there you've got the letter E, look, and of course everything around it is like a little learning curve for kids as well, because you've got the elf, you've got the eel, you've got the elephant there as well, you've got the eagle, the eye. All of those images obviously start with the letter E, and then on to F you've got what we've got there. We've got the flamingo, we've got the frog, the fox, the fairy, the fish. They're brilliant, they really are brilliant, and every single sheet has got a perforation running down the side, so you can easily remove it from the book. And it wouldn't take you, how long would it take you to do one of these sheets, Kelly?
Oh, an hour sometimes, yeah.
Just an hour?
Yeah.
And so
Depends how
relaxing
much
as well.
time you want to spend on it, really, doesn't it? How much detail you want to go into it. But
Yeah, how much blending you want to do and all that sort of thing. So those are, or that's the first book. The second book is the Flora and Fauna. So again, everything relating to the letter that it spells. So here we've got, now some of these, I'll have to ask you, because I don't know all of them. I'm like, the names of flowers and stuff, I'm really useless with that.
Yeah, me too.
Well, there is an index in the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
what on the back?
Back page.
Ah,
I've added that, so if anyone gets stuck.
Ah, right, so in the letter A, it's an Acer. That was the flower. I didn't realise that.
yeah.
So apple, Acer, adder, amaryllis, aster, abelia, avocat, and an acorn. So if you're not sure what each flower is or what images are, look at the index in the back. I'm glad you put that there.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them you can't really distinguish because flowers are quite similar sometimes, aren't they? So I thought that would really help. But another thing, with the previous book, for this show I'm having a new print run created, and I've actually added an index page in the new book.
Excellent.
So they'll have an index in that as well.
Now, there is an error on the screen. Apologies. You're saving £3 by buying the two books together. There should be £9.99 each. It says £16, but ignore that. It is £3 you're saving. 25% of the stock of the books is gone. So normally £9.99 each. You're getting them for £16.98. Delivered for that price if you're a Freedom member. Otherwise, it's your P&P on top. But we've got a little clip to show you, actually. Take a little look at this. They're great, aren't they? And hello to Barbara from Seaton, who's emailed in. Hello, Barbara. Nice to know you're watching the show. She says, hello, studio. Hello. I bought several of the Flora and Fauna books at Christmas for myself and friends, and we've all found them to be so addictive. The level of intricacy is just right, so you can produce some really good-looking results, even if you aren't an accomplished artist. I'm now going to buy the other book now, How I Wish I'd Bought the Bundle Before. But what I'm being asked is, do you have any numbers? Does Kelly have plans for numbers?
Oh.
Watch this face.
Yeah.
I can tell by your face.
Yeah, I started sketching.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what images would you do with the numbers? Because would it be images that are relating to a certain number, or?
No, I think I'm going to just do a series of separate designs,
right?
Themes, and then do the numbers based on the amount of things that are within that number.
Right, got you.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
so
it
like
does.
2, whatever.
Yeah.
3.
2 of something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
okay. So when might we see those soon?
Hopefully.
Right, Barbara, watch this space. Yeah. We'll let you know. But yes, it's something in the pipeline by the sounds of it. And the black and white cards as well. The pre-coloured, they're proving popular, but the black and whites are in the lead. Because obviously a lot of the whole concept behind this and all of the appeal is that you want to get involved in colouring these in. So there's your unicorn, there's your dragon. All of these images, if you go for the pre-coloured, you can then copy the colouring if you want to, if you're not an accomplished colourer inner. 40% of the stock has gone on the black and whites. There's the carousel horse, which is beautiful. There we've got the kingfisher, one-eyed monster.